We've got so much to talk about because they've just wrapped up the season 33 premiere of Dancing with the Stars, and it had some even more surprises than last season. How's it going, guys? It's Eric Sharkey, aka the Dancing with the Stars superfan, back with another video, and today we're going to be recapping the premiere of Dancing with the Stars season 33, where the stars dance to their song known as their anthem. Also, if you guys like this video, or if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and smash that like button and ring that bell to get notified for more Dancing with the Stars content from my channel. First up to kick off the season is Joey and Jenna dancing the cha-cha to Dancing in the Country by Tyler Hubbard. Although Derek said it was great, he said he needs to work on his arms and his finesse. Bruno said he needs to work on his hip action, and Carrie-Anne also said he needs to work on his finesse as well. To be honest, I was really impressed with Joey. Normally when a Bachelor male star competes on the show, they don't do well, but Joey was open, he was confident, and he didn't miss a single step. After his dance, I was like, it looks like we finally have a Bachelor male star that can dance, especially someone who was the first one onto the dance floor. And it was an awesome dance to kick off season 33. For their cha-cha, they received the first 7s from Carrie-Anne, Derek, and Bruno, giving them a 21 out of 30. Next up is Brooks and Gleb dancing the tango to Piece of Me by Britney Spears. I did notice her timing was off a little, and she did stumble at least once during that dance. Even though the judges pointed out some issues in that tango, all 3 of the judges do see potential in her, because when she was in high school, she was in her high school's dance team. For their tango, they received all 6s from the judges, giving them an 18 out of 30. Next up is Alona and Allen dancing the cha-cha to Man, I Feel Like a Woman by Shania Twain. I did notice she was a little bit stiff at times, and the judges also said that even though she's nervous to be out there for the first time onto the ballroom dance floor, they want her to loosen up a little bit more. Other than that, it was still a good first dance from them. For their cha-cha, they received all 6s from the judges as well, giving them an 18 out of 30. Next up is Reggie and Emma dancing the salsa to Motown Philly by Boyz II Men. Derek said even though there wasn't enough footwork, he definitely made it work. Bruno also wants him to have a little more steps, and Carrie-Anne said he proved the fans wrong. All 3 of the judges praised them for their effort, and even though there was less footwork, it was still an okay dance. For their salsa, they received a 6 from Carrie-Anne and 5s from Derek and Bruno, giving them a 16 out of 30. Next up is Danny and Whitney dancing the tango to A Bar Song by Shabuzi and David Guetta. Bruno saw power, focus, and determination in that dance. He also said he was a bit skippy, but he loved the fact that he was leading the dance. And Derek was impressed with the routine, and he said it was ambitious. Carrie-Anne and Derek also mentioned that he needs to work on his technique, but other than that, it was still a good first dance. For their tango, they received 7s from Carrie-Anne and Bruno and a 6 from Derek, giving them a 20 out of 30. Next up is Tori and Pasha dancing the foxtrot to Trust Fall by Pink. Carrie-Anne thought the dance was a little shaky, Derek said it was stiff, and he saw some potential in that dance. In my opinion, she did okay during her foxtrot, and there were some parts in there that were good in that dance. For their foxtrot, they received 6s from Carrie-Anne and Derek and a 5 from Bruno, giving them a 17 out of 30. Next up is Jen and Sasha dancing the cha-cha to Flowers by Miley Cyrus. Derek saw some potential in her, but both Derek and Bruno said she needs to work on her foot placement. She had some good moves in that cha-cha, and I also do see potential in her as well. And again, it is the first week and we have a long way to go. For their cha-cha, they receive a 7 from Carrie-Anne and 6s from Derek and Bruno, giving them a 19 out of 30. Next up is Chandler and Brandon dancing the tango to Hot to Go by Chappell Roan. Bruno was blown away by the dance, and Carrie-Anne was also blown away. Carrie-Anne also said it was amazing, and she set the standard for season 33. And Derek loved everything about the dance, and he wants her to get lower on her legs, which means he wants her to work on her legs. I definitely think it's wonderful that she still has that dancing feel inside her, and it's great that Brandon has a partner that can dance. For their tango, they received the first 8 of the season from Carrie-Anne and Bruno, and a 7 from Derek, giving them a 23 out of 30. Next up is Dwight and Daniela dancing the salsa to This Is How We Do It by Montel Jordan. Carrie Ann said that is how you do it, and that dance left her speechless, and that dance got the crowd to their feet. I like the lifts, the moves in that salsa, and he was light on his feet. In the beginning, I had some mixed opinions on how he was going to do because of the height difference. When he did that dance, he definitely exceeded all of my expectations. For their salsa, they receive an 8 from Carrie Ann and 7s from Derek and Bruno, giving them a 22 out of 30. Next up is Eric and Britt dancing the cha-cha to Old Time Rock and Roll by Bob Seger. Carrie Ann, Derek, and Bruno praise them for their effort, but Bruno wants Eric to work on his footwork. Other than that, it was an A for effort dance. Just like Tori, he was asked to do the show a long time ago, and I'm glad that he's finally getting this opportunity. For their cha-cha, they receive all 5s from the judges, giving them a 15 out of 30. Next up is Fedra and Val dancing the cha-cha to I'm Every Woman by Whitney Houston. Bruno said she went on the wrong foot, Carrie Ann said she was genuinely impressed, and Derek said her footwork was kind of slippery. All 3 of the judges also loved her energy in that dance, and it looks like she's trying to break the Real Housewives curse because they don't tend to do well on Dancing with the Stars. If she keeps it up, she can get there. For their cha-cha, they will receive a 7 from Carrie Ann and 6s from Derek and Bruno, giving them a 19 out of 30. Next up is Steven and Riley dancing the jive to Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. Carrie Ann wants him to point his toes out a bit more. Derek loves his athleticism, but he was rushing a bit. Besides some of the critiques, the judges loved that dance, and I have a feeling that both of them are going to go far this season. Compared to her first dance last year with Harry, this one definitely takes the cake. And I'm also really happy that Steven was able to share with us his unique skill with a Rubik's Cube. For their jive, they receive all 7s from the judges, giving them a 21 out of 30. And last up is Anna and Ezra dancing the cha-cha to Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter. Derek was surprised at how well she did, but she was stiff at times. And Bruno also loved the movements in that dance, but he wants her to link all the movements a little bit more. Although it did have some issues in that dance, it was still a good dance to end the premiere. And I said right after their dance, hey, not bad for a first dance. For their cha-cha, they receive all 6s from the judges, giving them an 18 out of 30. Now that we got to the dances, let's take a look at the leaderboard from tonight. At the top of the leaderboard are Chandler and Brandon with 23 points, Dwight and Daniela with 22 points, a 2-way tie for third with 21 points are Joey and Jenna, and Steven and Riley. Danny and Whitney with 20 points, a 2-way tie with 19 points are Jen and Sasha, and Fedra and Val. A 3-way tie with 18 points are Anna and Ezra, Brooks and Gleb, and Alona and Allen. Tori and Pasha with 17 points, Reggie and Emma with 16 points, and at the bottom are Eric and Britt with 15 points. The best dances of the night are Chandler Kinney and Steven Nedorozic, and the surprises of the night are Joey Grazade and Dwight Howard. The last 2 seasons there was a week 1 elimination, but this season nobody went home, and their scores from the first week will be added to their scores from next week. Also, towards the end of the show, Alfonso mentioned to us that this year's premiere had a lot more votes than last season's premiere, so I was really surprised. Be sure to tune into next week for Oscars night, as the 13 remaining couples dance to music from Oscar-winning films, and there's going to be a double elimination, which kind of makes a little bit of sense because there won't be a Dancing with the Stars episode on Tuesday, October 1st, due to the vice presidential debate. Let me know down below on what you guys think of the premiere. What was your favorite dance, and which contestants surprised you the most? Let me know it all in the comments below. So that'll do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Eric Sharkey, aka the Dancing with the Stars superfan. Catch you next time.